Welcome, Team XK. We are testing some major resistance here on the total cryptocurrency market cap, and I wanted to send out, kind of an update here, an analysis of what I think could potentially be playing out. I will lay out a couple scenarios and then tell you which one I think is more than likely to play out here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we should have NFP news tomorrow. Non-farm payroll, right? So pretty big deal. First Friday of every month, we get the NFP non-farm payroll numbers to come out, and that tends to definitely have more than often than not, we do see high volatility during those news releases, and we don't see a whole lot of movement beforehand. It's more so a lot of consolidation, and a lot of the big money is out until these numbers actually do drop here. So that's what I'm kind of going to be really anticipating over maybe the next 24 hours is we're just not going to see a whole lot of movement on cryptos here, right? Really just staying in a state of consolidation. So right now we are looking at the 4-hour time frame on the total cryptocurrency market cap, but I do like to pull it out. Let's pull it all the way out to, actually, we should actually maybe look at the monthly brief for a brief moment. All right, we talked about this last month. All right, we went back in history trying to find out how many times have we actually seen 3 consecutive bearish months in a row, right? There's not that many times that we've seen 3 consecutive bearish months in a row here on the total cryptocurrency market cap. So we were saying that last month had a very high chance of closing out bullish here. So now we have ended that streak of bearish months. Doesn't mean that this month is now just gonna have a really good chance of being bullish. I think it has a good chance, but not a, maybe we're at like a 60% right now, maybe 65% chance we close this month bullish. I think the only thing that I'm waiting for is really to see this weekly resistance being broken. If we get a solid, weekly candlestick close above that weekly resistance at 1.859 trillion, right? If we're closing this weekly candlestick above that, then I'll definitely increase that chance of, all the way up, probably about 75% chance that this month will close out bullish here. But yeah, I just wanted to point out, right, we are testing the levels of resistance here, right? Weekly resistance, not uncommon to see some type of little pullback here. We got some 4-hour supports to be watching. For the total cryptocurrency market cap, right, this is going to really help us identify what's going on, in the big picture. There's some outliers, of which cryptos are going to run up and stuff. But when we're really talking about really the top 50, definitely more closer, probably the top 25 cryptos. If the total cryptocurrency market is continuing higher, those cryptos are going to be putting on some type of gain. So I really like to focus here on just the total market cap to help me identify, if this bullish trend is going to continue, or are we going to see some type of pullback here. And right, I like to really look at the favorite time frame for total crypto market cap or cryptos in general is I tend to use actually the 12-hour chart. I find that it cuts out a lot of the noise that you're seeing on those smaller time frames, but still is able to give me a pretty clear picture of what's going on in the markets here. And as you can see here, right, we're coming right up to that weekly resistance, and we're getting a little bit of rejection here. So what I would be anticipating then to happen is for us to find some type of support down here. So right, are we going to test the first really good level of support at 1.777 trillion, and then is that going to hold, and then we go for that next leg higher during the weekend to close above that weekly resistance? Or is this weekly resistance really going to hold, and we're just going to head maybe back down to this 12-hour support, right? So let's pull these up, right? It's like when I think about trading, it's always like a game of chess. You always got to play out what could potentially happen and then put a plan in place, right, for each one of those scenarios, right? We could get a push maybe back down here. Or at least likely, I think is, coming all the way back down to for a triple bottom here on the weekly support. I believe if we broke this 4-hour support at 1.63 trillion, there's probably something going on. Maybe some conflict has picked up or something, and we'll probably see a newer low being created here. But yeah, weekly support is held fairly nice here. Right, anticipating some type of pullback down to one of these supports and then a bounce up higher here. That is what we're just gonna have to kind of wait and see. Where is it gonna really find support? Early indications for the bullish trend to because right now we've hit a level resistance. Right now, short time frames, right? We're actually in a bearish trend here, right? And I'm going to be using the 3-minute 200 MA to help me identify if this bearish trend is going to continue or if it's going to go back bullish here on the smaller time frames. Right, so that 3-minute 200 MA is going to really be acting as my dynamic level of resistance. So for the most part, as long as we still trade below the 3-minute 200 MA, that bearish trend is going to keep continuing to the downside here. Right, if we start trading back above the 3-minute 200 MA, what I would be looking for is a solid break and then a retest and then a move higher. Right, so say we're trading below the 3-minute 200 MA. We finally get a break, right? Get a retest, and then maybe see that continuation higher, and then maybe the 3-minute 200 MA would act then as a dynamic level of support. But right now, it's acting as the resistance. Bearish trend, smaller time frame will continue as long as we continue trading below that 3-minute 200 MA. Let's see what else. And something else I wanted to note is, let's pull out. I'm still messing with this new expert advisor, right? That Forecast City has released. It is automatically drawing up technical analysis and kind of giving a couple options of what could be playing out here on so many different pairs, 36 forex pairs, I think, and like 50 cryptos. I mean, this thing does analysis on it all. So I'm still getting familiar with it and seeing how reliable this system is. But let's just take a look here at what it is saying on the daily time frame for XRP, right? We're in this bearish channel here on XRP. We've come right up to that, right? That's also going to be the 38.2 Fibonacci level. And this is actually indicating that we could come back down here into around that 66-cent range before we actually get a move higher here. And that's going to be the daily support 1 down there. Looking at the 4-hour, right, it's indicating something similar right around that 62-cent area. So, right, we got a 4-hour support 2 right down at that 68 cents, which was close to that 61.8 Fibonacci level drawn off of this move to the downside. So again, we're reaching levels of resistance here on XRP. We can also go to Dash as well, right? Pulling this out on the daily time frame. All right, we're reaching to the top here and reaching some levels of resistance. Let's actually, I haven't pulled out. Let's pull out Bitcoin. See what the forecast follow is indicating on Bitcoin here. And daily time frame here on Bitcoin, right? This solid green line here is going to indicate a very strong level of either support or resistance, right? So that was their take profit for here, 45,479, right? And it came right up to that, right? Pretty much came right up to that, and now we're seeing a little bit of a rejection here. So as you can see here, right, these arrows are pointed more down here, and this is something that the system's not perfect by all means, but it's defining it sometimes in the right time frames where it's actually accurately predicting has been a little bit difficult. But pulling it out still on the weekly and some of these longer time frames, folks, we are still remaining bullish. But short term, right, is looking like we're going to get some type of pullback here, right? So for Bitcoin, really, we could see a pullback. It's looking like it's setting up a buy zone. So looking at the 1 hour time frame, right, be looking to see a little bit of a recovery here, which is lining up with the total cryptocurrency market cap, right around into that 39,000 to 41,000 range. We could see a pullback there, maybe actually be buying that up. We'll see how this continues to play out, right? So that's Bitcoin. Again, reached a level of resistance on the daily time frame. Let's look at Ethereum as well. Ethereum D1, right? Resistance 2, right? So we're, again, came right up to a level of resistance here on Ethereum. So folks, we've tested it. We're getting a rejection right now. Let's just see how this daily candlestick closes out, right? Maybe there's going to be a quick reversal towards the end of the day, and we see a strong breakout to the upside. But yeah, if this daily candlestick closes bearish, anticipate maybe a little more of a sell-off. And then that would offer us a great opportunity to buy some more cryptos, and I will be looking to do so at that point in time if we do get this sell-off here. That is going to be pretty much it. We'll see how this continues to play out. Hopefully this was insightful for everyone. I'm going to do these a bit more often. Once there's definitely we're testing levels of resistance or we're testing major levels of support on the total cryptocurrency market cap, right, I will like to create a video and just kind of notify you guys what my thought process is, where we could potentially be going from here, and how I'm going to be playing this out. So as always, everyone, may the trades be with you all. Take care.